Welcome to Antwerp, Belgium. We travelled from Eindhoven, Netherlands to Antwerp in about an hour and a half, I would say. It's also possible to travel from Brussels Airport train station to Antwerp in about 30 minutes, so it's really conveniently located as well. Nearby is Ghent and Bruges. The train station itself is really stunning, so do stop to take some photos of the beautiful architecture. The train station is located pretty close by to the old town, so if you have booked your accommodation in the old town, it's not too far to walk. We booked a really close hotel actually to the train station. Here in the old town that you can see, there's some beautiful medieval architecture. There are plenty of places to eat, a lot of options from around the world as well. You can really get lost in all the different courtyards, as you can see here as you're walking by. There's some beautiful places to discover. I think Antwerp is definitely a walkable city, although a lot of people do seem to have bicycles, so it's an easy city to cycle around as well. But we walked around the city, we didn't feel like we got lost. It was pretty easy to find your way, and it's not a huge city, so you can really get to know it in about 2 days. We were there for like 3 days, so I would say 3 days is a good enough time to get to know Antwerp. Here you can see some more alleyways, so definitely have a look around and find yourself in the city, take some photos. Here again is the old town, the main market square that you can see there, and this is the famous statue. The history of the statue goes back to the name of Antwerp, so you can look that up and see what the connection is there. Some more streets here, some alleyways, again some beautiful cafes for you to sit outside and enjoy the weather. We actually went in August, so the weather was pretty good. It was not too hot, it was just a nice climate. And these are like typical buildings that you can find in the old town. Of course, the huge cathedral is the dominant structure in the old town. Unfortunately, I thought the cathedral was quite expensive, so we didn't buy a ticket to go inside, unfortunately. But from outside, it is just as beautiful. I'm sure if you are really interested in architecture, you may be willing to pay the money to go inside. But I just thought it was a bit too expensive to visit a cathedral. And so here we are in the main square where you can see a good view of the cathedral. And just to note, the adult ticket price is €12. So yeah, if you are two people, that would amount to €24, which is not very cheap. And here is Het Steen, which is a medieval fortress in the old city centre of Antwerp. It's very close to the port, so if you want to have a view of the river and the port area, this is a great place to come. And this is the old Bourse of Antwerp, which is kind of like the stock exchange. It's been around since 1531. It's a beautiful building, very old. It's free to enter and you can have a look around. Here is a kind of botanic garden that we discovered. I'm not sure what the name was, but we discovered it while we were walking. It was a really nice little garden in the city, hidden away. And here you can see Stads Park, which is located in pretty close to the train station actually, and very close to the Jewish quarters of Antwerp. It was really interesting walking around here. You can see a lot of Orthodox Jewish people, and the park itself is quite beautiful. There is a pond area, there's also a bridge that you can walk past, and it's just a nice place if you are in the Jewish quarter or the Diamond quarter of the city. It's pretty nearby. In the Jewish quarters, we ate at this restaurant, Hoffy's restaurant. It's a kosher restaurant, lovely homemade food. I would definitely recommend. I think they've also received some awards. You can see here what we ordered. So here in the port area you can see the Mosque Museum, which is Museum on the Stroom. It's a beautiful museum. You can go all the way up to the top and take some photos of the surrounding view of the port area. We also walked around this area across the bridge and then down towards the main port house building, which was designed by Zaha Hadid. It's in the structure of a diamond to represent the diamond capital of the world. It is a beautiful, more modern area of Antwerp. It's definitely a contrast from the old town. We walked all the way down to this port area. It is pretty far if you are walking, so perhaps if you want to take the tram or rent a bicycle, it might be more convenient for you. Also along the port area you'll see some of the kind of older buildings. They've been renovated or they've been just repurposed as cafes. They're nice if you want to sit down and get the view for that area. Here is down towards the main port house. In the background you can see some wind turbines as well. It's quite windy down there though, just be aware. So in terms of food, we had some Lebanese food in a really nice restaurant called Libanese. It was really tasty and good value for money. There are also plenty of Greek restaurants around the old town, so we had some Greek food for lunch. It was really tasty. And of course you should try the traditional Belgian waffle. We had the sweet version. There are plenty of cafes that sell that. And for seafood, I would recommend this restaurant, Fish a Go-Go. It's a very small restaurant, very close to the cathedral, but well worth it and delicious food.